Somewhere above us, drifting silently through the darkness of space, an ancient machine still orbits Earth, forgotten by most, yet never truly gone. It's the Soviet Venera probe, a relic of the Cold War era designed to explore Venus but ultimately left suspended in low Earth orbit like a ghost of past ambitions. But now, after decades of quiet tumbling through the void, it's falling. Gravity is reclaiming its grip, and the world is beginning to ask a haunting question. What happens if this Soviet Venus probe crashes back to Earth? This isn't just space junk. It's a pressurized metallic capsule that once braved the toxic skies of Venus, packed with technology built before the Internet even existed. Could its aging radioactive components pose a risk to us? Will it burn up safely in our atmosphere, or is there a chance it might survive re-entry and strike somewhere unexpected? As the countdown begins, scientists scramble to calculate trajectories while others wonder, what secrets from another world could be hiding inside? In this video, we'll explore the dramatic story of the Venera probe, the dangers it could bring during re-entry, the strange materials it might carry, and whether this long-forgotten spacecraft is truly as harmless as it seems. Launched in the early 1980s, the Soviet Venera probe was part of a bold and daring attempt to explore one of the most hostile planets in our solar system, Venus. Wrapped in thick clouds of sulfuric acid and boasting surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead, Venus was no easy destination. The Soviets, in their race to outpace the Americans during the height of the space race, developed a series of incredibly tough, pressure-resistant spacecraft. The Venera missions made history by being the first to send back images from the surface of another planet, enduring conditions that would instantly destroy most machines. But not all of the probes completed their missions. Some failed to escape Earth's gravity and were left stranded in orbit, like the one we're talking about today. This particular Venera probe, long thought to be inactive space debris, suddenly appeared on scientists' radars again after a routine satellite scan picked up an unexpected anomaly in its orbit. It was dipping lower, faster than anticipated, a sign that Earth's atmosphere was slowly pulling it back down. Experts initially dismissed it as harmless re-entry physics, but further analysis revealed that its descent path wasn't entirely predictable. Something about its weight distribution or internal composition was throwing off calculations. For the first time since the Cold War, international space agencies found themselves puzzling over a decades-old Soviet artifact and asking, why now? What is hidden inside this relic of the past? And could it be more than just metal and wires, CD? The Venera probe continues its slow spiral toward Earth. Scientists are racing to understand the mechanics behind its unexpected descent. Spacecraft in low Earth orbit typically decay over decades as atmospheric drag gradually pulls them closer to re-entry. But something about this probe's behavior defies the usual models. It's descending erratically, sometimes speeding up, sometimes slowing down, almost like something inside is shifting its weight. This has led researchers to re-examine the materials and structure of the probe using computer simulations and data from orbital tracking systems like NORAD and ESA's Space Debris Office. Venera probes were built like tanks. To survive the crushing pressures of Venus, they were sealed with reinforced titanium shells and lined with insulating materials that could resist heat and radiation. If even a portion of that shielding survives re-entry, it could hit Earth's surface at hundreds of kilometers per hour. And there's another twist. Some of these probes carried radioisotope heaters, tiny nuclear power sources used to keep instruments warm in extreme cold. While these weren't full-scale reactors, any radioactive decay material re-entering Earth's atmosphere is a serious concern. Experts are now studying the probe's telemetry archives and blueprints to determine whether this particular unit carried such components. To gather precise re-entry data, scientists are using everything from thermal imaging satellites to spectrometers on weather monitoring stations. The goal is to estimate the burn rate of the materials as the probe heats up on descent. Think of it like throwing a metal ball through a blowtorch. Most of it will melt, but dense or heat-resistant cores might survive and reach the ground. Meanwhile, observatories like the Hubble Space Telescope and ground-based radar stations are tracking the object's altitude and speed in real time, looking for sudden shifts that could hint at structural instability or onboard fuel expansion. All of this points to an unsettling reality. This isn't just a relic slowly falling. It's a 40-year-old time capsule hurtling toward us with unpredictable behavior. What lies inside? What will survive re-entry? And are we truly prepared for its return? According to the latest orbital decay models, the Venera probe could begin re-entering Earth's atmosphere within the next few months, or even sooner, depending on solar activity and atmospheric density. Events like solar storms can expand Earth's upper atmosphere, increasing drag on objects in low orbit and accelerating their fall. Right now, scientists are watching this probe closely, recalculating its re-entry window with every passing day. The timeline is narrowing, and with each orbit, the risk grows more real. But unlike an asteroid or a comet, this isn't something we've tracked for centuries. It's a man-made object, one that left Earth in the 1980s and is now coming home. What makes this moment even more dramatic is that we might not have much warning when re-entry begins. In some cases, debris enters the atmosphere with less than 24 hours' notice. Depending on the angle and speed of descent, the Venera probe could break apart high in the sky in a brilliant, fiery spectacle. Or it could come in steep, survive the heat, and crash somewhere remote. Or populated. If it does produce a fireball, experts say the flash could be visible even during the day. A sudden, dazzling streak across the sky brighter than the full moon, followed by a sonic boom. And if any part of the probe makes it to the ground, it could become one of the most mysterious and controversial objects to crash on Earth in decades. Are we watching the final moments of a forgotten machine? Or the beginning of a new mystery? Imagine stepping outside one night and seeing the sky ignite in a streak of fire. A glowing orb suddenly tears across the heavens, trailing a blinding tail that crackles like lightning against the silence of space. That's what scientists predict we might witness if the Venera probe re-enters at just the right angle. A superheated, high-velocity descent that transforms a relic of the Cold War into a modern-day meteor show. The explosion would likely occur dozens of kilometers above the Earth's surface, high enough to be visible across entire continents. Depending on the timing and trajectory, millions could witness the light show in real time. The fireball could rival the brightness of the full moon, maybe even brighter. It might last several seconds, glowing white-hot as the probe's titanium skin peels away and its inner components vaporize in a trail of sparks. If any piece survives, we could hear a deep, rolling sonic boom moments later, like thunder from the upper atmosphere. This would not be a quiet or subtle event. People would record it from rooftops. News networks would scramble. The footage would go viral within minutes. Emotionally, it would be surreal. A spacecraft launched in a forgotten era, designed to survive. The crushing atmosphere of Venus, returning in flames to the planet that built it. It would feel like watching history fall back to Earth, like a message from the past crashing into our present. A single moment that fuses wonder, fear, and awe into one unforgettable night under the stars. This explosion would be more than just a spectacle. It could be a goldmine for science. You see, when objects like the Venera probe enter Earth's atmosphere at high speeds, the sheer heat and pressure generated can mimic the conditions of a stellar explosion, known as a supernova. While it's not the same as a star collapsing in on itself, the materials involved in the process can tell us a great deal about cosmic recycling and the birth of elements. Supernovae, the deaths of massive stars, are responsible for creating some of the rarest elements we rely on today, including gold, platinum, and uranium. The extreme conditions of such explosions force atomic nuclei to collide and fuse together, forming heavier elements that are then scattered across space. When these elements land on planets like Earth, they become part of our planet's core and atmosphere, and even our bodies. Every atom in your body, from the iron in your blood to the calcium in your bones, was once forged in the heart of a dying star. This connection between space, life, and death is what makes this event so significant. Think about the stars we know: Antares, a red supergiant, and VY Canis Majoris, one of the largest stars in the Milky Way. These stars will one day meet their end in spectacular explosions, enriching the cosmos with the elements that form the building blocks of life. The Venera probe's fiery re-entry, though on a much smaller scale, offers us a rare, tangible moment to contemplate this cosmic cycle. From the smallest probes to the largest stars, the universe is constantly recycling, creating the very elements that make up the world around us. And in a way, this spacecraft's destruction will be a tiny, human-made echo of that celestial process. Despite the dramatic imagery, there's no need to worry. Earth is in no danger from the Venera probe's re-entry or from supernova-like explosions. The spacecraft, though it will undoubtedly create a stunning visual spectacle, poses no threat to our planet. If any fragments reach Earth, they will most likely burn up upon re-entry or fall harmlessly in remote areas. In fact, while the explosion will be visually captivating, it won't have any lasting effects on our atmosphere or climate. As for the larger cosmic events, such as supernovae, they are indeed powerful, but they occur at vast distances, so the energy from these explosions won't harm us. In fact, some of the most exciting things to watch for are the atmospheric effects. Think of auroras that could light up the night sky in colorful waves due to increased ionization. Astronomers are also equipped with advanced technologies like neutrino detectors, which can offer early warnings of cosmic events. These detectors are part of a global scientific alert system, giving us a heads up before the light from distant supernovae even reaches us, ensuring we're prepared for any cosmic phenomena long before they arrive. As we watch the fiery descent of the Venera probe, we're witnessing more than just a piece of human technology returning to Earth. We're witnessing the final breath of a giant, a farewell millions of years in the making. From the moment this probe left our world, it embarked on a journey through the vastness of space, its fate unknowable until now. And in its destruction, we are reminded of the impermanence of everything: our creations, our planet, even the stars themselves. The universe is a place of infinite time and space, where every event, no matter how small it seems, is part of a much larger eternal cycle. From the birth of stars to their inevitable demise, the cosmos operates on a scale that humbles us. It's a reminder that we are not alone, not just in space, but in time itself, forever connected to the processes that created us. So, next time you find yourself staring up at the night sky, remember that the universe is full of hidden wonders. There are stories written in the stars, mysteries waiting to be discovered, and moments like this that remind us how much we still have to learn. Keep looking up. The universe has so much more to show us. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Join us on this cosmic journey as we continue to explore the wonders of the universe.